Holla ballers and a bro fist to you all, and we give our big celebration to the man of the hour, Benjamin J. Dog, Team Ben, representing. Didn't you? Didn't you represent? You're going. Go on. Oh, go on, off you go. Mr. Team Ben, who did in fact thwart a burglar last night. Mr. Team Ben thwarted a fucking burglar last night. Thwarted. He is. What a guy. 5 AM. A noise. A rustling was heard, not by me, not by Emma, but simply by the dog, who raced downstairs, barking his fucking ass off, man, going crazy, only to hear these two sounds: a plastic bottle falling to the floor and the sound of pitter-patter, little footsteps running away from my home. Yes, a burglar did break into Emma's car, and within seconds Ben was on the case. The man managed to escape with an awesome haul. A haul of £1.37 that he had managed to grab out of the little tray inside the car. Oh yes, £1.37 did he manage to escape with as he ran and he ran and he ran. Oh, that little guy. You be trying too hard, buddy. You tried too damn hard. He didn't get away with the sat-nav, which we thought he did get away with until Emma found it under her chair this afternoon. We were like, oh, he took the sat-nav. And then she phoned me, she was like, I've just found the sat-nav. It's totally under my chair. Didn't get away with the laptop. Didn't get away with any of the cables. Didn't get away with her work phone. £1.37. Cash money, buddy. Cash money. You must have been scouted. Emma is notorious for leaving her crap in the car, much to my hatred. As I plead with her, please don't leave these things on show. It attracts attention. And I can't tell you where I live, but what I can tell you is that we are in the most obscure corner of where I could possibly live. So in order to access Emma's car, he would have to bypass somewhere in the region of about 12 cars. He would have to go past 12 cars and 12 homes, and there is only one exit from where I live, and it's not anywhere near where my house is. So he had been scouting. He'd done his roguelike research. He'd been out there looking, hunting, and seen this car. This Prius must be owned by a wet paper towel, right? Who else owns a Prius? And off he went and saw this bounty, this laptop, sat-nav, phone. Ooh, he must have been creaming for it, so he planned it. He plotted it in the night. At 5 AM, he made his move. He came in for the kill, only to find a waiting Ben dog fucking his shit up. Fucking his shit up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So proud of Ben this morning. He was treated to a wonderful pork sausage breakfast, which he ate heartily, and immediately after the workshop, which we are starting 30 minutes early today. Apologies to those of you tuning in later, but we'll still be going at 5. Taking him on a huge walk out in the fields in the sunshine. He's getting treated like a proper son of Troy. A son of Troy for doing his things. What a guy. What a baller, right? Emma is so happy we have a dog now. Hey! It works out well. Let's talk about some stuff before we jump into today's workshop. It is, of course, the workshop where you guys, if you're new to the channel, because there are a lot of you, aren't they? There are a lot of you. We've gained like 2,500 subscribers in the last few days. Hello, I'm Preacher. The workshop is where if you're struggling in WoW, or if you're doing really well in WoW, but can't quite seem to master the art of just getting to the #1 spot, I'm here to help you as best I possibly can using my experience. That's it. I offer you advice and try and push you in the right way. You record yourself playing using some free software, such as OBS, great little tool, lots of you use that, and then you upload it to YouTube, and then you email me at workshop@preachgaming.com, and you just say, Preacher, watch me play. Because unlike many other games, I cannot base why you are doing something incorrectly off your gear or your gemming or your reforging. Usually that has nothing to do with it. We're doing something wrong in the game. We have all this gear. We are wielding these mighty swords of death. And something's going incredibly wrong. On the note of what we just talked about, subscribers. We are in fact doing pretty well. I'm happy. I'm in a happy place. I think we've made a good transition to what we're doing. Some of you are saying, Preacher, where's like the guides and stuff? On notice, I am not doing any more guides, or should you roll, dramatic pause while people think I'm not doing them anymore, Until 5.4 is out. Until patch 5.4 is out, I will not waste my time and yours by doing guides. Look at everybody. What? Oh, Jesus. Sweet Jesus. I'm not doing any more till 5.4 come out, okay? It's not worth it because they'll be changed in a few weeks. But 5.4 is on the PTR realms. We are about to hit 50,000 subscribers. 50,000. We're about to hit 50k, 50,000 people. That's like a stadium full of people. A stadium full of people. As such, are we going to do something special for 50,000 subscribers? Me and Mr. Ghosty talked about it. Of course, it will be the final transmog competition at the 50k web show. What else can we do? I want to abuse the fact that the PTR is up. And that means that people from America, people from Australia, people from Europe, and all those kind of people can play together on a server where they don't have to re-roll and they don't have to play and, you know, spend money and that kind of things. We are going to refilm the Battle of Blackrock Mountain. We're going to refilm it. And you guys, every single one of you, are welcome to join. And it doesn't matter where you play. If you have a WoW account, you can join us. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Doesn't matter. You can join us. You can come and play with us. At the web show, which is 1 week from Saturday, I want you, if possible, to be on the PTR, which is easy. It's free. Doesn't cost you a penny. Just log into Battle.net and download it. To be on the PTR on the Brill server. When the web show starts, which is at 8 PM GMT, all wonderful Hordies will gather, and I want to make sure I get this right, in the Burning Steps, and all Alliance, which I really want a lot of Alliance guys, okay? I really do want a lot of Alliance guys. Remember, you can make pre-mades. You don't have to copy your character. Just log on to the PTR and you can have a free level 90 for which to appear. It's the easiest thing in the world, is to be in Searing Gorge. Alliance in Searing Gorge, Hordies over in the Burning Steps at the base of the mountain. Although the last time we filmed the Battle of Blackrock, I actually got some really good footage. What I want is numbers. I want a lot of people. I want it to look like an army. So I call upon you. I call upon you, the army, to simply be on the Brill server at 8 PM GMT. I'll do a video for my channel making a proper announcement with all the time zones, if you can't figure it out. If you're in a different country right now, it's 4:30 PM. It's 4:30 PM right now. So we want you there at 8 PM. Okay? On the Brill server. All right? Everybody okay with that? Everybody got that? Awesome. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. That's all I'm going to say, is that on that show we will film a big battle, make some pre-mades, come and join us for a laugh. It doesn't matter where you are. Just come and have some fun, and we'll film you kicking ass and taking names. Easy mode stuff. Right, onwards to the workshop. I have 2 videos to look at today, both people in dire need of help, right? We've got a Mistweaver monk, very popular right now, the Mistweaver monk, causing all kinds of difficulties. I did, in fact, have Mr. Apco from Method look over the video as well. You're in good hands. You're in good hands to get our stuff together. We're also going to look at something I don't think we've ever looked at on the workshop, and that be a Ret Paladin. We've never looked at a Ret Paladin. I don't think so, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We've done plenty of workshops. We're going to look at a Ret Paladin. Now, this Ret Paladin is going to be doing the boss that we focused on last week, which got lost to the Nether, Horadon, and all the crazy fucking tactics you guys come up with for Horadon, and how it completely goofs people up who try and stick to your crazy fucking tactics, right? You raid leaders out there who are sticking and imposing crazy rules on your DPSs for the magical, super difficult Horadon, you're upsetting people, baby. You're upsetting people. You're upsetting people, okay? Because they're starting to do things which just don't work, my friend. They don't work. I think we're going to kick off with the Mistweaver monk because, more than anything, it's kind of funny. As much as I hate to say that, worst UI ever incoming. You ready, guys? You ready for the worst UI in history? You should be. I love it when we get a terrible UI. It does make things a little bit more fun. So I'm going to skip to the middle for our start, and then you guys can... Let's work through this UI together. As much as it's kind of funny, we need to work through this because it does make you a better player. Alright? So, as much as it might sound like mockery, we are trying to help you out. We're trying to fix it up. So, are you ready? You ready? Here we go. Oosh! Oosh! Data! The Matrix! It's like looking at the Matrix. My God! My God, it's like looking into the Matrix as it goes. You know, I don't even see the code anymore. I don't see what's going on, man. It's all going down. It's fucking the G's, dude. I'm impressed. I am impressed in one way that you can. There's so little of the fight on your screen. There's this bit over here. There's that bit there, and then there's this tiny little bit here, and that's it. That's all you can see. So obviously, this is a problem. This is a problem, right? We're not even trying to be funny. We're not trying to be awkward. We're not trying to be horrible. But this is a problem. You can only see this area, and this area of the screen. That's it. Everything else is just obscured. Look at this. This is an important message. This is an important message, my friend. You can't see it. You can't see what the hell's going on. The cooldowns are overlapping there. This rangefinder is overlapping the boss here. You have 2 raid frames. Now, we had a little vote, because most of the people I talked to, we use grid. Is this Healbot? Is this Healbot? We think. Me and Elfie, me and Mr. Apco, as many of you will know him, or Apku, we tried to work out, is this Healbot? Oh, you can't even see it. What the fuck is wrong with me? Poof. Poof. There we go. Fuck it. Is this Healbot? It's not Voodoo. And no, we don't think it's Voodoo either. We think it's Healbot. This one right here. Personal comment, I guess, should come in here, is I've never understood the idea of people disappearing when they don't take damage. And it kind of goes against what I normally say. Again, it's personal preference, is the idea that information is always presented into your face. And there is a good reason for that as a healer. As a DPS, I can sort of understand why you would want that information to be opaque and disappear while you're in combat, because you don't really care. You want to know if people are dead, but you don't really care if someone's 10k down, right? You don't really give a shit as a DPS. I can sort of see that. But as a healer who has a buff to track, I find it incredibly irritating. I do. I find it crazy irritating that I'm tracking things like renewing mists, the godsend, the bread and butter of us being a monk, and then they disappear off into the distance, and it's kind of difficult to track that kind of information, right? It's kind of difficult to track that. I don't know what the hell is going on there. But we do have 2 raid frames going on. Obviously, this needs to go. You've kind of built it in, so you're fully aware of it, because you've lined it up nicely with your recount to make that kind of work. Now, this is where Mr. Apco dispensed a huge piece of information that I kind of think warrants its own video. If we are to watch one of the top-end Mistweaver monks, there is something very much in common with them. If we look at people like Apco, if we look at people like Affinity from Blood Legion, if we look at any of these Mistweaver monks, there is something that every single fucking one of them has in common. And it's not the fact that they're playing a Mistweaver monk. In before that comment, right? They have Omen? No. They have one add-on, and it's called the Mistweaver Monk String, and it comes from Weak Auras. If you've ever watched any of those players play, you will have seen this add-on. Okay? It's an add-on that swaps your abilities around, and it organizes them precisely. It organizes them precisely. Every single, and this is the words from Mr. Apco himself, he says, every single Mistweaver monk, every single one worth his salt, has this add-on, because it's absolutely vital. Now, I'm going to do a video on it. I'm going to try it out and see, is it vital compared to Tell Me When? Because it does involve the installation of Weak Auras. Not a big fan. But I will try it out and give my opinions on it. But I'm telling you from his mouth, it is absolutely vital that a Mistweaver monk has this add-on. Because it makes your life better. It makes your life better, simple said. What we will notice here is that we have one Tell Me When up here, and it is our Renewing Mist. Now, that's kind of important. The other error beyond this UI needs scaling back massively. Let's get rid of recount. Let's get rid of this. This frees up all this room. We don't care about recount as a DPS. As a healer, we can check it later. This information up here is kind of out of the way. We don't like it. These boss mods are important. Let's get rid of MSBT. If you are going to use MSBT, which is mixed scrolling battle text, by the way, if you are determined to use it, as I have said many times, I do not use this while raiding. It is too spammy. Deactivate all this, we don't need it. Deactivate this, you don't need it. And at best have incoming damage and what type of damage it is, okay? That is about the limit of what you need MSBT for. You do not need it for anything else. You genuinely don't, okay? Incoming damage and the type of incoming damage is always good. It's always good shit to have that. More important than you doing a 20k multiple hit with a healing sphere is when these things are going to happen in the fight, because that allows us to prepare for it, alright? We need that information. We cannot have all this. It just makes you worse. I'm not lying, okay? Having all this crap going on your screen just makes you worse. Because you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're coping with whatever. In fact, all your eyes are just glued. Because of all this spam, you can only be looking here. You can only be looking there. Because everything else is just so obscured and full of stuff and full of information. And bleh, it's just horrid. We don't like it. It's bad. Oh, God. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. Okay, enough about the UI. Let's jump into what our problems are here. Now, there are many problems. This Mistweaver Monk is going to do something that Mistweaver Monks just don't do. And that's go out of mana. Pretty much, we're going to go out of mana. Mistweaver Monks at TOT level just don't do that. We don't do that. In fact, Mistweaver Monks at TOT level struggle like fuck to use all their mana tea. They have so much mana tea. So much. That they just can't seem to get rid of it all. It's a big problem faced by the heroic Mistweaver Monks right now, and definitely a problem you are going to run into in the Siege of Orgrimmar. Once you reach the item level similar to that of what the current heroic raiders are, you will have so much mana tea you just won't know what to do with it. You really will. Trust me on this. If you're not quite there yet, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. So much mana tea. That mana tea be chewing my balls. So what we've got here is a simple case of we're not tracking our cooldowns first of all. Renewing Mist we have on this big tell me when, right? It's like Renewing Mist, but we've got it there all the time. That classic error I tell you when you've got a tell me when set up for something that you need to press every few seconds, don't have it on your screen all the time if you can avoid it, because you're going to ignore it. It's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. We can actually look here, our Renewing Mist is on cooldown. The difference between it being ready and on cooldown is marginal. Marginal. Okay? It's just not enough. This information just isn't enough because it's always there. And just look at all the other crap that's going on. Look at this. You've actually got Chi Wave ready. Expel Harm is ready. Mana Tea is ready. All this information is obscuring your most important button. You can't even fucking see the thing. You cannot even see it. We can't see it. It's just full of stuff. And there it goes. It just sits. It just sits and it waits and it broods and it's begging you to press it. This is what happens when you have all this information just stood in front of your face. If you have this thing just sat there, you ignore it. Because there's all this other dance and songs and stuff doing. It's like a magician almost. You're almost tricking yourself, Penn and Teller style. One hand is showing you the fucking Renewing Mist, but that isn't moving. But over here, we've got a disco load of shit going on. And our eyes are obviously drawn over there. Ooh. In fact, I would argue, and some will disagree, that the idea of this add-on, don't even agree, it's Healbot or Voodoo or whatever, that disappears and creates this sort of flashing DDR type effect while people are taking damage is actually more distracting than Grid. Because things are lighting up, they're disappearing. It's like a Billie Jean thing going on all the time. I would kind of wager that that is a definite problem. That is a definite problem. And I would just watch out for you purposely distracting yourself. You're adding more flashing lights in front of your face, and that's kind of having a problem. That's kind of going to cause you a problem. Right, let's go back to the beginning. Boosh. Boosh, boosh, boosh. We got so much to get through here. All right, I want to skip to the end quickly. Nope. Nope, you guys can see that, right? We're down to 30% mana. In fact, I want to go to a better time, which is going to be 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. At 3 minutes, we have 36% mana left. And we have 9 stacks of Mana Tea. We're running out of mana. We've got full chi. And we've got Mana Tea just sitting there doing nothing. Not good, bro. We can't have that, right? And it's just sitting there. It's not on cooldown. It's here. We cannot do that. Alright? This is our Mana Tea here. It's just sat there. Doing nothing. We're running out of mana. We're running out of mana. We've got loads of Mana Tea stored up. And our Mana Tea isn't getting used. It's not getting used. And it's going to run into problems when fights become more difficult. Because we do not have a handle on controlling our mana. We don't have a handle on it. You've got this gift. Monks have this gift of free mana. It's dead easy to use as well. It's just sitting there. It's like, you want some mana? Oh yeah, I'm a healer. Okay, we'll take it. And you're just not taking it. You're not taking the prize. It's given to you. You're not taking it. You take the prize, man. It's just sitting there. It wants you to do it. Set up a tell me when. Set up something to keep a track of that mana T cooldown. Because you need to use it, baby. You need to fucking use it. It's just sat there. I don't like you, Ali. No. No. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't just have that sat here. We can't do that. Got to get a handle on this manatee. Got to fix this renewing mist. And this is the only time now. Mistweaver monks in chat. How many Mistweavers have we got? How many Mistweavers have we got? And I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret. How many Mistweavers are in the chat? 1. Tomo's on. Tomo. 2. Blubzar's here. Blubzar. Mighty Blubzar's here. Ex-Mistweaver. I'm a brewmaster. Sorry, I'm too cool for this Mistweaver nonsense. Me, plenty of Mistweavers. Okay. I'm going to tell you that our friend here used Thunder Focus Tea once. Once. Used Thunder Focus Tea once. Now, yeah. Yeah, we can't do that. Can't do that. It's really important. It's too important to just ignore. We can't do that. Thunder Focus Tea is just God. It's the God. You are a monk in a 10-man raid, and I just want to show how powerful you are. This fight is like so good for you. It's amazing. It's not quite Garrelon amazing, but it's pretty fucking amazing, right? It's pretty fucking amazing. We have the whole raid. There we go. It's at 1:40. Our advantage of Mistweaver Monk is when people are all over the place. Because our Renewing Mist just doesn't give a shit. Our Renewing Mist just doesn't care. We have Moonkins who are over in Stormwind. We've got people over here in Orgrimmar. Look at the map. We've got people all around the place. They're all over the place. Chain heals are going to be bouncing around here if there was any. Circle of Healing. There's people everywhere. We are a monk. And our Renewing Mist just doesn't care. It doesn't care. And as a monk who is able to use accurate Thunder Focus Tea pretty much on cooldown, we can have Renewing Mist ticking constantly on the whole raid. Pretty much. We can get them ticking everywhere. Covered, dripping in healing goodness, waiting for your uplift, begging for it. And what we actually run into is this problem where we are being reactive instead of being prepared. Renewing Mist is not a reactive spell. Renewing Mist is designed to get you ready to abuse it, okay? Renewing Mist wants to be up when damage is taken. So what we actually see if you look at the healing on the right is we wait for people to take damage, then we're throwing in them a Renewing Mist, which we don't really want to do, okay? You can see, and then we start spamming big heals, and that runs us into all kinds of trouble. Look at how many Renewing Mists we have ticking now. They're now starting to disappear and run out, and we're not refreshing them. There's 3 Renewing Mists on these 10 bad boys here. And we're trying to keep up. We're always chasing our goddamn tail. All the time. We're chasing ourselves. Monks don't work that way. Okay? Uplift is for when you need to chase your tail. Oh shit, everyone took damage. It's all good. Because I've got Renewing Mist ticking all over the goddamn place. Kaboom! Uplift! Everybody. Happy, happy days. Okay? Well, that's how Renewing Mist works. It's setting up the bomb. You are setting up the bomb. You're priming the motherfucker. And then your uplift is the detonator. It wants you to blow it up the second. This is why druids hate you. This is why they hate you. Because they want their rejuves and wild growths to tick, and all the time you're just going, uplift, instantly healed everybody. LOL. And everybody's happy about that, right? That's how you work. This is why they hate you. They're all spread out. Wild growth isn't going to do anything. They're going to have to start rejuving people all over the place. And instead, you've got Renewing Mist ticking on everybody because you're using Thunder Focus Tea all the time. And as soon as that happens, it's like, oh my god, pff, uplift. Oh, nice rejuves, bro. I'm sure they'll tick one day, lol. And that's what you're all about. That is how you work. Renewing Mist isn't a, oh, you've taken damage. It's not renew. It's not Prayer of Mending. It's not how it works. It's setting it up. It's a little amount of healing that just keeps setting you up and getting you ready. Think of it that way instead of, oh, you took damage. Here's a Renewing Mist that's going to sort you out. No, the uplift is what's going to sort him out. That's what it's there for. The Renewing Mist is just saying this guy gets uplifted. And by using our focus tea, we can have Renewing Mist ticking all the time and always getting ready and just ticking away merrily. We're going to be pressing Renewing Mist anyway, just ticking away, doing their business, just being nice and happy and waiting for them to get used in an uplift, okay? You're just setting up the uplift. That's all it's for, okay? That's all it's for. Our next big problem we ran into is position. Now, I don't want to offend anybody after the Thunder Focus Tea. We did not roll a single time until 4 minutes and 28. Now, that is not to say we didn't move around a hell of a lot. Our Chi Torpedo, as we've proven in a workshop in the past, we have workshopped a Mistweaver monk in the past who went on to do incredible things, by the way. I believe he was a member of Stark. I'm not sure who it was. It might have been August, who went on as a Mistweaver monk to do absolutely incredible things because he didn't value Chi Torpedo enough. Did not value Chi Torpedo enough. If we are moving as a Mistweaver monk, we are fucking torpedoing. Think Forrest Gump. If I'm going somewhere, I was running. As a Mistweaver, we are torpedoing all over the place. And this is where position becomes more vital. What we set up here is kind of what makes sense if you were every other healer in the game. We're in the middle. I don't like this as a Mistweaver. I don't like this because from here, I can't torpedo enough people. And I want to bury my nose into your anal, right? I want to stick my panda face right between your butt cheeks on a regular basis. As a Mistweaver, I want to be near the crowd. And I want to be shooting backwards and forwards across them. Because my Renewing Mist is going to take care of these gangsters over here. My Renewing Mist and Uplifts are going to take care of these guys, whereas my panda smoking ass is going to be over there. By being set back from here, we just can't benefit from our free, huge amount of healing. We've got so much free healing available, especially if we're running into mana concerns. Look at all these. These are begging for it. All these guys here are begging for a torpedo. They want it. They need it. They're asking for it. So give it to them. Give the people what they want. And what we end up doing is this run here, where we're running halfway across the map. Halfway across the map, moving, trickling, doing these kind of little dodgy maneuvers where we have the best healing spell in game that costs us absolutely nothing and can traverse the map instantly. We have that potential. Okay? We have that potential. We are fully capable of doing that. We need to take advantage of it. We absolutely need to take advantage of it because you're going to have so much stuff going on. A minor note that came from Mr. Apco, we've covered the basics there, is the use of Dampen Harm over Diffuse Magic. Diffuse Magic, as he says, is pretty much better in almost every encounter. It's a minor thing. I don't generally pick up on talents, but of course when I present videos to other people, they tend to pick up on these kind of things. It's like, don't use Dampen Harm, use Diffuse Magic. But loads to think about there. Position, so important. Where are you going to get the best use of Chi Torpedo? Because you want to. You want to use it. Okay. Thunder Focus Tea is amazing. Get used to it. And please put Mana Tea on some sort of tell me when and start using it a lot more. And you're going to realise that, shit, I have so much more mana. Let's get rid of more spirit. I don't armory anyone for the workshop. I assume you are armory correctly. But if I would assume you're looking at mana problems, you might have too much spirit. Okay, monks often have too much spirit because they're not taking effective use of the rest of their toolkit. They're not really based around spirit. It's not really how they work. It's just not. Okay, so they work around different means, different methods. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Right, let's talk about Ret Pallies, baby. Let's talk about Ret Pallies. We're doing good on time. Awesome, 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 awesome. I have to talk about CLC Ret, don't I? I have to. Ret Paladins are a pain in the ass. They are. They're horribly designed. They're horrible. No lie. Some people defend them to the pissing earth. Some people go crazy. Some people have played Ret Paladins since birth, apparently. And just don't, like, believe in this. But Ret Paladins are just horribly designed. They are. They're horribly designed. In my opinion. They're just the most clunky, stupid design ever. CLC Ret is... It's wonderful. It is. It's really good because there's so many spells to keep track of and all have different priorities that in the heat of the moment, and this is where it's important, in the heat of the moment, if you're not using something along those lines, you can goof up a little bit. You can goof it up and you can make mistakes. That's what happens. CLC Ret is kind of a buffer against that. What interests me is people who don't use CLC Ret, how much other crap they have, despite saying that they can do just fine without it, how much other crap they have to try and beat out what CLC Ret does. To try and defeat that. And this is kind of one of those cases where we're not using CLC Ret, ergo we've needed 2 or 3 extra add-ons in order to accommodate what CLC Ret actually does. We're going to be looking at Horadon. I fucking hate this boss. I hate it because it's goofing so many of you up. It really is. Generally down to crazy raid leaders, myths, half-heard, urban legends about how this boss should be done. This boss is a shitload of fun. And that's what you need to know. It is. Horadon's a great deal of fun. We're going to be in a raid. Now, I'm generally not cruel to raids. We're looking at the player who's submitted. But this raid is actually going to be causing more problems than I think are necessary. For instance, we are in, I'll show you the UI. The UI is pretty nice. No issues with the UI particularly. We have 2 hunters in here. This, for me, is amazing. Because this, as the ad tank, I'm like, lol. As the ad tank, I'm like, 2 hunters? Are you kidding me? Dude, 2 fucking hunters? I am game for 2 hunters at Horadon tanking the ad corner. I don't think, now, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure I didn't see a single misdirect, and that makes me really sad. It makes me incredibly sad that I did not think I saw a single misdirect going on. It really pisses me off. It really does. So, I think I see the guys in the chat. If they're not misdirecting, have a word with you hunters, because that's just fucking slacky. Right, let's look at the UI first of all. Let's look at the UI as we kick this off. Yeah, I'll talk about the start soon enough. I'll talk about the start soon enough. Off we go. 3, 2, 1. Look at this. Look at those graphics on that pull. Off we go, and here we go. And we're away. It's actually a very, very clean UI. I absolutely like it, except this. And this. And this. And this. This area here hurts me. This area here, this goofs me up. This is, again, it's the simple thing, but I'm going to keep reminding you guys because it's important. Having something on in your face all the time means you're going to ignore it. It does. Because when other things are going on, you're not going to be looking at the thing that's always there. You're not going to do it. That Inquisition thing, I get what it's for. It's to track your Inquisition. Inquisition is kind of important, right? It's kind of a big deal. That Inquisition, it drops regularly. That's why I don't like it. When it drops, it's like, oh well, I kind of missed it every now and again. Not a lot, but the fact it's in your face all the time kind of sucks. I want it to pop up when I've got like 10 seconds left if you're going to do it that way. But all these to try and defeat CLC Ret, I find really annoying. All this stuff here is to defeat one add-on, which essentially you kind of have here. We've got Tell Me When showing us what's off cooldown. We've got showing what's coming off cooldown to get it ready. Then we've got the same thing here with Inquisition. All this stuff here is just CLC Ret. Can I point out as well, guys, turn off your quartz swing timer. Can you turn that quartz swing timer off? That used to be good. Okay, the quartz swing timer used to be very useful for arms warriors and hunters, especially around the Burning Crusade. It's still stuck in the game. Turn it off. It's so useless. It's just in the quartz menu. It's pointless. It's the most pointless thing in the game right now. We've got that add-on. That add-on is wonderful. This bit sucks. It's not useful at all. What do we think of the UI overall? Any comments? Any comments about this at all? Or are we generally okay? We can see what's going on. We're fine. We're dandy. It drives you crazy that it's off center. Take it. Take it like a man. I can turn the swing thing off. You certainly can. You certainly can. Right. Let's talk about Horadon. I get that you wouldn't blow your cooldowns immediately on Horadon. Some of you. Right? I get it. I get that some of you wouldn't do that. I understand why. I understand why you won't do that, because the ads, super important, right? There's different ways of coping with ads in any fight. Problems that mean you need to save cooldowns and stuff for that are usually a bad tank. You might find that surprising. One of the problems caused by ads not dying quick enough, bad tanks. Bad tanks not doing their job properly. I'm not saying your tank is bad. but he's really bad. So we're going to see that later. And just general not using the correct type of spells. You have one of the best CC teams ever here. Okay, with 2 hunters, pallies with taunts, all sorts of shit, stuns up the ass, frost traps, whatever. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff and have a happy old day. Have a happy old day. Now, I noticed instantly that Avenging Wrath was saved and Guarding the Ancient Kings, and I believe that's Execution Sentence. I could be wrong. It looks like I think it's the Execution Sentence. And we move straight into there. First of all, I just want to say, it's nice to start mounted on Horadon. It's not always nice to start mounted. Just for getting in at the start. Just for getting in at the start and just kicking some ass. You see this running in? I hate that. That's just me personally, maybe. I would start mounted and just get right up his ballsack. I just want to be licking his nuts. As a melee, the worst thing in the universe is not being in melee range. I just want to be mounted up and I want to be smacking him in the teeth the second the fight starts. And then I'm going to be in all happy days. Moving on from here. I believe, I'm almost positive in fact, you have the speed up. I couldn't see burst of speed. So I believe you have the speed up based on the amount of holy power you have. That's cool if you're using it correctly. As a melee, worst thing in the fucking universe is not being in melee range. Because you are just not doing anything. Right? We're not doing anything. So, Rep Pallies, or Paladins, have options in how to speed up and run the fuck around. We have all these kind of options in order to do this, okay? Pallies are in a great place when it comes to moving around. But we need to use it properly. We need to use it properly. So what we're going to be doing here is we're DPSing Horadon a little bit. We're not blowing cooldowns, which makes me kind of sad. Makes me kind of sad. But our tank stops here. And this is where it first started to dawn on me that maybe your raid needs a little rethink. Is that your tank is there. I fucking hate that. I absolutely hate this. Because that is nowhere near where the ads are going to come from. It's miles away. And that we see this going all over here. I hate this. But we are ready to start taking some ads. And then we're going to run away and disappear. Why is Horadon not over here? It just annoys me. Now here the ads are. We're in a good place and we start DPSing. No, our tank is just ignoring some of the ads. Not a problem for now. Not a problem for now that we're doing that, okay? It's really not a big problem. What is becoming a problem is how spread out everything is. And in fact, what we'll notice on many occasions is that our burr tank isn't tanking anything. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's relatively small, but the red dots, here are indicating people who have aggro. I believe you have 2 bear tanks in this group. I'm pretty sure it's 2 bears. Not ideal, obviously, but okay. You'll notice that the other bear very, very rarely tanks anything on this fight. And in fact, because you're in the chat, can I ask you a question? And you'll know what I mean when I say this. Are you assigned to tank certain ads at certain doors in this fight? Like, that is your job. Like, your raid leader has given you the task of tanking certain ads in this fight instead of the bear. I just want to answer that question. I just want to ask the question. Pally and a bear. Pally and a bear, okay. But the bear is the ad tank, I assume. No, you're not. Okay. That's really upsetting, because I had a way out for your other tank. Well, the fireball casters. Okay, okay. Interesting. Alright. So we finally get in a pack. This is good. This is good. We're in a pack. We're happy. We're starting to do some AoE damage. Now, our damage itself is fine. Our damage is fine. What we're doing is fine. You've no need to worry about that stuff. What we do need to worry about, though, is when it starts to not get technically correct. And this is a problem for your raid more than you for right now. As we can see, we're gathering the ads pretty nicely. Several people with aggro, but they're all gathered up, so I'm not too bothered about that. Our positioning is good. We're ready for the ads to come up. We seem to be helping out. I just want people to pay attention to the hunters who are dotted around. I did not see any misdirects, which really got on my nerves. Super got on my nerves that I didn't see that, especially as the ads are spawning way over there. Just a little bit of help. But notice the position. This position sucks because Horadon's over here. This is the first door. Ain't that hard. Ain't that hard. But your healers are godly. Respect your healers because they're good. Look at where they're stood. Mwah! Your healers are stood exactly where they should be. They are stood between the door, the tank, and the healers. Awesome. This is the pawn. Your healers are stood here, in between the DPS mob and Horadon. However, Horadon is way the fuck over there, and you're way the fuck over here. Why in God's name is your tank not moving those ads over there? This is all just a missed opportunity, which sucks nuts. It sucks nuts. And then everybody starts running away. Oh, now I want you to know how much downtime there is of DPS here. How much downtime? A little bit of a judgment. Still running. Still running. Still running. Not in my world. I am all over Horadon. I am fucking eating him alive. I am not running around like a loser. Right? Get in there. Yeah, 100% damage increase. Crack Shell is an opportunity to do a shit load of damage. Your tank should be putting those adds inside Horadon's belly. And you should be ripping him apart, man. Get in there. Take some fucking names. And especially when the adds die, I'm not waiting for Horadon to come to me. I'm a melee DPS. I'm coming to you, motherfucker, and I'm bringing a big two-hander with me, right? That's it. I'm coming for you. There's no danger. There is no risk at all. The adds are dead. If your raid leader is really strict about adds dying before you go to Horadon, that's fine. That's cool. But once they're dead, there is no danger to you. You should be all over him. You should be crawling all over his nuts. That's what I want to see. And then we run into this situation again where we're just chasing Horadon. We're chasing him all over the place. It's taking us forever to get back. We're out of combat again. Oh, it makes me sad. Anyway, we get back into business, which is cool. We get back into business. We're doing our thing. We're doing our thing. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, what I want to move on is about 3 minutes and 9. About 3 minutes and 9. At 3 minutes and 9, something really weird happened. And it was this. Now, you say to me you're only tanking the flame casters. Now, what I want to know is, I think you're lying. Or maybe you forgot. Maybe you forgot. Because you're in the ball, then you purposely... You still haven't used Guardian the Ancient Kings, by the way, which really upsets me. And you popped Avenging Wrath, but you're not DPSing anything. Oh, it's cool now, so he's not killing anything. And then you came all the way out of the pack. And you started fumbling around with Horadon, and then you went straight for this Venom Priest. Now, I'm not saying this is wrong. If this is what your raid does, and I kind of okay with this, that you did this. But I don't like this. I assume you might not have tanked before. That's cool. Golden rule of anything to do with tanking or off-tanking or anything like that. If it's safe, put everything together. So when the raid leader says to you, hey, can you go and pick up the Venom Priest when it spawns? Yes. Get it, drag it all the way over, and put it right on his balls. And you put it in front of the tank. And then it gets cleaved, and then damage increases, and everybody's happy, and it's a good old day. It's a good old day. What we don't do is this, where we leave him kind of out of the pack a little bit, and everybody else... Because look, are you going to tell an Ellie Shaman? I just want to point back to here. Are you telling this Ellie Shaman to ignore this clump of mobs in favour of killing that? Have you ever met an Elemental Shaman? Elemental Shaman. Boss... Group of adds. Important mob to be killed. Group of adds. Right? You explain that situation to an Ellie Shaman, and he'll just look at you mindlessly. He's like, but Chain Lightning. He's like, yeah, but this thing needs to die quickly, Mr. Elemental Shaman. He just goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'll just Chain Lightning these, and then I'll get to that mob. No, you need to kill this thing first. You're just not making sense. I'll Chain Lightning these, okay? I'll Chain Lightning these, and then we'll crack on. No problem. And as you can see, when we get a nice pause. Oh, he just catches it. Looker. Only because this one's not being tanked over here, which is pretty good. Drag this in. If you are going to do some kind of off-tanking, that's all I'm trying to say there, is if you are assigned to off-tank stuff, let's keep everything in a ball. One thing your raid isn't doing, which isn't helping your tank by any means, is moving with him. I would love to see your raid moving with the tank, like you here. The mobs are over here now. Just look where you're stood. Look where the mobs are. Get him over there. Drag his ass into this ball of death. Alright? Get him over there as best you can. And pull him in. Nice. And again, we don't abuse Crack Shell. We're stood on the side. We're just kind of chilling over here. Did I see anybody? Yeah, I totally did. It's the Hunter. It's the Hunter who, surprisingly, is pretty much the top of the damage. And even the priests, dude, if your healers are DPSing Horadon over your adds, your raid done goofed, right? If your healers are abusing Horadon while there's ads still up, Your raid done goofed. You hear what I'm saying to you, right? That disc priest is like, yeah, right, motherfucker. Fucking DPS in the shower, Maradon. You stupid motherfuckers. Look at all the damage I'm doing. More healing, bro. I'm doing more healing, man. I'm healing the shit out of this raid with 3 healers that are 3 people who are like hard lady damage. Look at that penance going for it. Look at it. You can see it in the background. I fucking love that shit. I love it. I love it so much. Fair play to you all sticking to the ads. Look at the priest. He's not giving a shit. Priest is like, whatever, man. Fucking DPSing the crap out of this thing. Woohoo! Penance fly! Penance fly! Fly, penance fly. Fucking love it. I love it. So cool. So cool. I love that priest. I'm a disc priest and I'm doing the same damn thing. So we carry on with our DPS, which is cool. There's various little points I want to bring up. At this point, again, it's where we need to prepare for moving to mods. Alright? Mobs. We need to prepare. We know our door's coming. We've got our times. Dire calls coming. Double swipes, ink. And we're way the fuck over here. Again, this is kind of down to your main tank. But you're under this impression, this rule that for some reason, even though Horadon is like, what, 80% at the third door, that if you don't move him close, suddenly he's going to die and the boss is going to drop down and it's going to enrage and wipe. No. Just watch any of the top guilds. They beat the fuck out of Horadon. They beat the shit out of him. They goof his whole day up. They goof his day up. Get all the way over there, right? Get all the way over there. This is where I worry about your bear. There's your bear. Here's the mobs. And here's your bear. Now watch the bear. There's your bear. There's the mobs. I've seen some tanks not give a shit before, but this guy's taking it to a new kind of level. This guy's taking it now. Oh, he's still there, chilling. You guys tank the mobs, no big deal. More mobs, chilling. More mobs, chilling. And then he goes and gets that one. And at this point, we've got a gangster with just... He's waiting for the frost guys. You don't wait for frost guys. You have hunters. You have all kinds of things to do. You don't sit for 15 seconds as a tank waiting for a frost guy. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. You can do something. Alright? You can do something. Waiting for frost guys is no excuse. That's a crutch. We're giving this guy too much freedom. I know he might be a friend or whatever. I'm just saying this is no good. This is no good. It's okay to ignore some of the ads, especially on the frost door, only after you've got more ads. Only after you've got more ads, I would consider that as being plausible, is to do that, because you want to be dragging the frost orbs. The position's not great. You want to be leaving a trail of frost orbs that's really nice, and that's all kind of cool, I guess. But this is very, very slacky. It's very slacky. But again, this is a number of factors. One, it kind of maybe what you think is the best plan. It really isn't. It really isn't to do that. I don't think your hunters are helping anywhere near as much as they should. Your hunters should be really on the fucking case here. They should be making a ball of death. We can see ads are just everywhere. There's a total loss of control here. We want to get this smooth because everything will die quicker. That's what we're aiming for, right? We're aiming for everything to die quicker so we can just continue smoothly DPSing through the fight. Creating a ball of ads means they die quicker. Tanking them better makes them die quicker. Skipping out on DPS to wait for a frost ab means things die slowly. Not gathering all the mobs together means things die slowly. There's more risk of death. There's more mana. It's a constant ongoing struggle that we can defeat simply by being a team, right? We can be a team. We can help this situation out. And we can actually have a good old jolly time. And we run into this. Your healer. Oh, the healers do so well, but he got caught over there. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got caught over there. There's lots of raid tips going on here. Lots and lots of raid tips, which really help us out. Eventually, we do get this lovely frost pattern going where the orbs are getting left behind. Again, your DPS is fine. You're doing okay. It was nice to see you drop a couple of taunts, actually, every now and again. I thought it was a really nice little maneuver of you. I was actually surprised at how hard Templar's Verdict hits now. I kind of want to gear my rep pally. I saw quite a few 500,000 Templars from you, which was awesome to see. Really cool to see that situation go. Come on, bear! Bear! Get over there, bear! Come on, bear! Bear! Where you going, bear? What are you doing? Come on, bear! I just keep seeing him pop up on the screen. Come on, Bear. Do it for Daddy. Do it for Daddy, Bear. Is he out of bear form now? He's running around in troll mode? Alright, I get it. All good. All good. Right, here come the ads. Here come the ads. I just want to... we're going to just watch this through for a couple of seconds. Why not? Excellent, Tank. Your job is actually doing really well. Just consider your positioning. You okay?
10-minute call.
Okay, I'll rush. Your positioning just needs to be considered when you're tanking something or asked to tank something. It's really, really important that you also be helpful. Be in the death ball. See this? Pulling it over to one side and stuff and separate. Look at the separation here. Here's you. Nobody's going to help you DPS that. In fact, I'm really surprised. Pretty much this was you and the monk. You and the monk, okay? This is just you and the monk, and you're wasting a ton of damage that you could be doing elsewhere. Because that's dead. Now you got to run your ass all the way over here. Nobody likes doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. If it's to quote a meme, nobody's got time for... I want to be in there. I want to be in there. That's where I want to be. I want to be over there. I want to be taking names. But instead, we do kind of the good guy thing. Good guys aren't going to win the meters. I was told not to be in there, though. Oh, Mr. Raid Leader. I understand your opinion and allow me to retort. Is my message coming through clearly? Okay? That's what you tell your Raid Leader. Fuck your Raid Leader. Fuck him. That's wrong. You need to be over there. This fight is just going to take absurdly long otherwise. It's just unnecessary. You and the monk are having to chill back here like Flamecaster Squad Alpha. You want to be dragging this sumbitch over there, and if it's such a big deal, let's drag these over here. I understand that you're being told to do things which, in one argument, they feel correct. And it's difficult to go against that. The result of you doing that, though, is... Can we show the damage meter? Can you guys see this? Look where you and the monk are. Look where you and the monk are. As a result of doing the right thing. Does it feel nice to be down the bottom there? Look where you and the monk are. Where you could be... And look where Mr. fucking Elemental Shaman is. Alright? This is the result of doing the right thing. As sad as it is, doing the right thing is only good sometimes. Doing the right thing when you kind of know it's wrong, that's not good. And that doesn't build a good raid. And it certainly doesn't build a good raid leader. It doesn't. Your raid leader might take badly to it. Whatever, right? Whatever, right? I'm just telling... I guess a good message to tell you is, for raid leaders out there, is although you think you're doing it like by the book correct, this will definitely get us the kill eventually. Maybe. This is why people feel they need more gear. Because the fight's taking too long. If we had more gear, things would die quickly. Well, no, because guilds have proven time and time again, gear ain't that big a factor in first kills. Unless the boss is ridiculously overtuned, it ain't. Right? More gear is because your tactic is generally wrong or people are using their class incorrectly. What we have here is a guy who's using his class pretty correctly. Your use of cooldowns really sucks, but we touched on that earlier. But other than that, you're doing your job correctly. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. But it's not right. And it sucks for the fight in general. It's actually making the fight harder. Full gear set. Oh, Glenn's store's open, everybody. Glenn's store's open. He'll sort you out. And you're just stuck here. And you're kind of doing what you've been told. And I'm sure if you went over there, the raid leader would be all like, oh my god, Raikou, why are you over there? Why aren't you dealing with the Flamecasters? It's because I'm not a fucking moron, bro. Get the Flamecaster over there, you dick. That's what your reply should be. And everybody should be helping. Look how quickly this thing dies with just the two of you. Right? You need to be doing it. You need to be doing this as a team. This really upsets me. It really does. It really upsets me. And then nobody again abusing Horadon. We're on the last frigging door. Now this is a... I'm going to mock you for this because you're here. I have never in the history of mankind ever seen someone get so far away from a boss so quickly. It was almost as if you thought he was going to explode or something. You ready? China, here we come. China, here we come. So we finish off these ads. We kind of get a little bit of a dig in. Doing all right. Doing okay. Doing all right. Oh. Oh. Ah. 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 What? I've never seen this before. Where's the boss, guys? Where is the boss? Where did he go? Where's the boss? Where's he gone, guys? Anybody seen Horror? Fucking hell, man. Do you want me to pick you up something from the auction house while I'm over here? I can come back, got some potions and shit. It's fine, bro. It's fine. I kind of see that there's a bad communication going on in your raid. There's a bad teamwork ethic going on here that's leading to all this. Horadon is generally always in the wrong position. He should be near the door, okay? Should be near the door, ready to get his ass kicked. It's not a case of the cracked shell is like a tease. It's not like Blizzard has put it there to try and trick you. It's there to have fun on, right? It's there to have fun on. A great example, if any of you ever did this, was... is he called Magmar? No. What's the name of the worm in the Blackwing Descent? I forget his name. Where you jump on and you throw the spikes in the ground and then his head comes down and he takes a ton of extra damage. That boss. Magmar. I was close enough. Magmar. Magmar, I had a world first DPS on as a Frost Death Knight. Why? Why did I have a world first DPS on Heroic Magmar on a Frost Death Knight? Why? And you know, some of you who've ever done this fight will know. Demats. Although, yes, I lined my cooldowns up perfectly, so when his head came down, I had Pillar of Frost and Army and all that kind of shit up. Fuck that noise. What I was doing was also slipping in a cheeky free Howling Blast, which is free, right? It comes from my Obliterate onto the 70 or so little wormads being kited by someone else, just to get a little bit of Frost Fever on. No big deal, no big deal. There is not a DK in the universe that didn't do that. Not a DK in the universe. Was it the right thing to do? No. Did I get congratulated at the end of the fight for having the best damage in the fight, in the raid? Yes. You know why? Because people don't care if the boss dies. It's a golden rule. Golden rule about being a DPS. No one really cares what you do if the boss dies. They might be pissed at you in the middle of the fight, but when the boss dies, they don't care. They really don't care. And there is only one thing that matters when the boss is dead, and that was the damage meter of the kill. That was it. Your world of logs for this fight, Frost Fever OP, your world of logs for this fight will look horrendous. You were doing your job. You were doing it right. You were doing what you were told to do. Your world of logs will look horrible. Your activity will be way, way down because you had so much downtime where you weren't doing anything. You had really poor use of cooldowns. Some of them you were saving for certain parts of the fight. I'm almost certain you saved these cooldowns for about 4 minutes for when the second boss drops down. I'm sure you did that. And you were doing kind of the right thing. But in doing so, your results are absolutely piss poor for you, because when people look back, all they will see is what they see. And it's World of Logs and it's a damage meter. And it'll look shit. It'll look shit. It'll look terrible. You'll have nothing to be proud of that comes from this. Really, raid leaders only care if the boss is a wipe. If it's not a wipe, fuck everything. It's out the window. Of course, I only did that shit on Magmar and Farm, which is fine. First kill stuff, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So we're still... And you look terrified of this. You look terrified. I like these mechanics because some people get so scared. Although they're like one of the easiest things in the world. Doing his job. Look at this guy. Doing his job. Where are you going? Where are you going? Let's watch it again. I have to watch it again. So we started in China... And then we're going to make a quick stop in India, right? I'm going ripping on you because you're here. There should be some music. I should have lined up music for this. Yeah, run away. So there's the ad. You look terrified. Look where you go. Look up downtime, by the way. Okay, I'm stuck in China, so I'm going to go to India. India goes. Oh, I thought you were going to go around all the way around here. Keep running. Keep running. Still running. Burst of speed so we can get there faster. We don't know where we're going, but we're going there fast. Ricky Bobby. America. Fucking America. All the way around. Look at that. Turning circle of an 18-wheel truck. And I'm here. And we're back. And then we get Bloodlust. And finally, for the first time in the fight, we get to blow all our fucking cooldowns. And we blow every single cooldown. This is our moment. This is it. We have saved these cooldowns through the whole fight. We haven't used Guardian the Ancient Kings. We have used our Avenging Wrath once. We have been building to this moment. This is it. We've got fucking Bloodlust. We've got Guardian. We've got Avenging Wrath. We've got everything ready to go, right? Raid leader said, this is it, guys. This is when you need those cooldowns. Was he right? I don't know. Actually, I do know because I've seen it. Rah! Killing, 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 killing. Deeps, deeps, deeps. Kill it quick, guys. Otherwise, we're going to wipe. Definitely. Definitely going to wipe. Definitely. It's going to happen. Killed it before our cooldowns even run out. Now I don't get to DPS anything. Just play with my Direhorn. Still got Avenging Wrath up. Still got Guardian. Look at that Guardian taking on that Direhorn. Look at him doing work. Get your Guardian there. Your Guardian doing work, man. He's doing work. Taking it. And then we get back to DPS again. So there's a combination of a few things going on there. You're very safe. Very safe. You're playing it super safe. Super safe. Let's not do that, right? Let's not do that. If your raid leader is making you do crazy things, no. Just have a word. It might end badly, but trust me, you'll be better off in the future, because if you play like this, when you move up through the game, you're not going to kill very much. If everybody behaved that way, which is the way you are told to do, you're going to have a really bad time. You're not going to get very far, because bosses that actually need DPS requirements aren't going to die. Horadon has no real DPS requirement. It's kind of pussy. You're going to wipe. You're going to run into trouble, alright? Your general gameplay was fine. What you're doing is kind of obeying the rules too much. Not blowing cooldowns, no good. Staying away from the action because you think it might help, no good. Couple of errors on your part are, one, when you tank ads, bring it into the fold, okay? Get it in there, and that allows you and everyone else to do a ton more damage. If you notice things in your raid that aren't right, like your druid is waiting for the frost ad, that's no good. If you notice your hunters aren't misdirecting, that's no good. If you notice that Horadon's being tanked miles away from the door when you have access to cracked shell, that's no good. You want the shortest end of the fight ever. And that's what people do. They kill Horadon super fucking fast. They dwarf him. I am going to allow you to see the end, because why the hell not? But look at Horadon's HP. Now only hitting 50%. Call that bear out. You see how much, look how much health he's got left. Look how much effort is now needed in this final phase. You brought this on yourself by doing what is considered by too many. Are you using Hammer of the fucking Righteous? What the fuck did I just see? Lance. Wait. Alright. Alright. Yeah. It's to keep the beat away. The beast. I'm doing it for the sake of the beast. Alright. Okay. But look, this is just taking so long. This is like the shortest part of the fight for most guilds who have killed this, and you guys will understand that at some point. What are you up to now? Did you forget something? That is the end of today's workshop, guys. That is the end of today's workshop. That is the end of today's workshop. Good show, good show. I hope you learned a lot. It was a lot about a combination of raid things there.
Does he want to see the crime fighter?
Oh, they've seen him.
Crime fighter!
Thank you for tuning in. If you have a workshop to send me, just send it to workshop@preachgaming.com. I am off to clean up horse poo. Exciting stuff. Be jealous of me. I'm glad so many of you liked the Legacy of the Rogue video, by the way. Great response to that. Yes, it is a series I'm going to continue. So next, I'm not going to say which one's next, but we're definitely going to do them all. We're definitely going to do them all. Except the monk. Right, we're not going to do the monk. Make a video about that horse. Yeah, it's cool. Over the weekend, we've got all sorts of stuff going on. I just want to remind you again, the PTR event. If you tuned in late, we're having a PTR event for our 50,000 subscribers special web show, which is a week on Saturday. If you want to take part, please be a Horde or Alliance. You can make a pre-made character on the PTR on the server Brill. Server Brill. We'll be doing an event, a war, a battle of Blackrock Mountain at that time. I'll release a video on the YouTube channel with more details. Please come down. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Americans, Europeans, Australians, doesn't matter where you are. Yeah, just be Horde or Alliance. If you can fit into one of those categories, you're going to have a good time. Alright? Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.